So we are coming out onto the street with Sulli. Sit. Good girl. Very good. And I'm just doing my basic stuff that before I even leave my house, I practice with her. Sit, stay at the curb. Good. Just keeping her calm. Sit stays, like maybe a 3 to 5 minute stationing mat exercise in the house so that she's calm when we leave the house. Sit stays, down stay in the yard, like total 5 minutes of just getting her in the right mode for coming out on the street because of her former issues with aggression, with distractions, whether it be a bicycle or another dog or whatever. You always want to start the walk like this because now after her training, she's so much better. And good. She's back here for a visit, like, I don't know, 6-8 months after her training. And so we're just seeing her her reaction to another dog in the street and gonna try to make a friend. On top of that, we're gonna try to have her be a friend with this dog, but you have to start off everything with putting her in the right mode. You don't want to leave the property until she's like this, because if she's really calm, then it just takes so much more to overstimulate her to get her to the point where she loses control. So we always do this before we're going to go out on the street with a dog that has this kind of issue, leash aggression or problems with other dogs. So here we are. Okay. She doesn't know there's a dog around the corner there. Sit. I'm going to release her to be free. Go. She's free now. Hey, come on around the corner with the dog. Oh, look at that. Look what Sulli did right away. Good. I didn't even have to say come because she's got her training down really well. So now, good girl. She knows, she sees a distraction. Instead of going for it, she just turns around to me. Good. All I have to do is just reinforce this new behavior. It's not so new anymore because you've been doing it for a while since she came back to you. But good. This is a great example of what happens after the training's done and the owners continue to do what we videoed for you on the training video and just practice at home. And you know, you think your dog has such a huge problem, but really just in a matter of a few months you can totally turn it around. She has no interest in rushing the dog and jumping on it and barking and acting crazy like she used to. Now she sees a distraction, whether it's a dog or anything else, and it means turn back to her owner. In this case, I'm rewarding her. Good. Make sure that as much as possible. Good. You're saying, okay. You're saying good and, you know, reinforcing that command, reinforcing that behavior. Good. And then if you didn't have food, you could still, when she looks back at you, good, like that. And it would still help until you could grab a piece of food. But, you know, she's going to be just, if you just think a year later, she's going to be so different. Actually, she's like a dog, like I'd never know that she had leash aggression. Come! Good. So we're going to make a friend with this dog. This is a really nice dog that's good with other dogs. Whenever you're going to do this with a dog that had former issues like her, pick a nice dog to make a friend with. She's got to have a nice, stable dog, because if that dog's aggressive or shy or whatever, that could trigger old behavior. So you always pick a nice dog and make it easy for her. Good. So you hang out just for like 10 minutes. Take a little walk. We'll just take a little token walk this way. Come on, guys. Because we don't have that much time. We want to show you the whole walk. Very good. So we've taken a little walk together. Dogs have been hanging out for about 10 to 15 minutes. They know each other, although we haven't let them really play yet. To do that, we want to go into a fenced yard so that we can let them be free. Come on, let's go. So we're going to go into the yard now with the two dogs. Why don't you take Franklin in first, and then we'll follow you. Whenever you're introing to a new dog or a new person, you're going onto your property, always have the new person or new dog go first so that she doesn't have somebody behind her she's not sure of yet. Sit. Good. Make sure you stick with all the little routines, sitting at doorways, because that structure that keeps her feeling safe and feeling calm and knowing that there's somebody in charge. Just these simple things will give her that message, and way less likely for her to ever go back to that old behavior. Okay. And now we've graduated after about 20 minutes or so to being in the yard together. And what you're looking for is absolutely no interest. It's just like in their minds, it's like, yeah, oh yeah, it's just that dog, whatever, boring. You know, we've been hanging out for a while. Don't even care anymore. That's what you want. You don't want staring. You don't want, you know, overstimulation and humping each other, because those kind of things can lead to a fight. So you're looking for what we see here. Hey, Sulli, come here. She wants to sniff the leaves. So now you can drop the leashes, but keep the leashes on and just hang out. And you know, this happened really fast here. Good girl. But in your case, since you haven't done this a lot, maybe do a couple of visits first where you just take the dogs for walks like you've seen so far, and then that's it. And maybe a couple of walks first together, and then you go your separate ways, and then maybe on the third visit, if you're developing a friend for Sulli, then you come into the yard when they're really used to each other and they've been fine. And then you can just let them hang out. And you've got your training that if in case that you think that she's getting weird at all with the dog, just use your training. Come! Call her back to come to you. Make sure you have a reward for her. Good. She's not even hungry now, but make sure, that's another thing. When you're doing this, make sure she's good and hungry, because then you'll have more to work with. She'll be much more likely to break away from a dog if she's interested in the wrong way in that dog. If she's hungry, at least at first. It's just another little detail that gives you more power over the dog in that situation. Later on, you won't have to worry once you know they're okay. And if they play, great, but if they don't, and they just hang out like this, that's okay too. Because this is so different than what we used to have with her, which was obviously aggression with another dog. So we're really on the right track, and she's so much better. So you just keep doing even this kind of stuff. If this is all that happens and you're done, you're going in the right direction. Hey, oh boo-boo. More play. They're starting to play. Hey, don't you guys want to play? Yeah, you can play. You should play with another dog, won't you? Yeah. Very good. Oh boy, okay. Good. If it starts to get a little rough, you can always say, come. Call her away from that. Get a little reward. You don't need two people if there's two dogs. Sit. Just have her do a little structured, little sit stay. Just anything to get her no. And it's good. If she breaks out of it, that means you have some work to do. You need her to be able to go from play mode to work mode for 30 seconds and then back to play mode. It's excellent for her brain to be able to focus and then unfocus and then focus right away on a dime like this, and then go. More playtime. We're still leaving the leashes on because they just only know each other for like 20 minutes, just in case, but after a while when you know things are good, then of course you can take the leashes off. And see how she's calm, and then maybe they'll start playing again in 5 minutes, and if it starts getting kind of rough or whatever, then you call her back. Do that again. You have a built-in fail-safe there. She'll start to actually stop herself. If you do that consistently, she'll start to stop herself when she starts to get excited because you've been calling her back to come to you at that point.